up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's Christine with Gauge Girl Training, an online meal planning and coaching service. I'm a food scientist and chemical engineer, and this week I am bringing a Filipino-inspired meal prep to you guys. So let's get started. As you guys know, I am on the 42 hard challenge, going into the third week. This is day 14. Things have been going great. I've been consistent in the gym. Prepping meals is a very important part of staying focused, staying on track. For those of you guys who did not know, I'm actually half Filipino. I love Asian food. I love Filipino food, and I wanted to show you guys two awesome dishes that are really part of the Filipino culture that I'm going to make healthier in this video. So let's get into it. I thought it would only be appropriate to invite my mom, hi there, to do this meal prep with me. And one thing that's really important why I want to do this meal prep video is because my mom, as you guys know, she's Filipino. Filipino food is really rich in carbohydrates. Not that there's anything wrong with carbs, but it can get really crazy, it can get really unhealthy really quick. And my mom is actually, we found out she's pre-diabetic. Her A1C is elevated and she can't have all the carbs.
I do miss it because, I mean, all I want to do is eat a lot of rice with side dishes. And I eat very healthy. It's just that I didn't realize, you know, the rice, of course, would turn into glucose. When I had my physical exam, I was pre-diabetic, and it's like, I don't want to be that.
We've been helping her reverse out of diabetes so it doesn't escalate further. And the thing is, she eats healthy. I can vouch she eats healthy, but the thing is, it doesn't matter. Her carbs are still too high. I know you like mangoes.
Yes, I want coconut.
Yes, she likes mangoes, coconut, rice. With Filipino food, a lot of it is rice with like main dishes. The Philippines is a very poor country where rice is very prominent there.
A lot of rice, and sometimes we just rice and soy sauce if you can't afford anything. But I'm glad though that, you know, with Christine's help, you know, my pre-diabetes is now normal, and so
we are going to be doing Filipino chicken adobo, and we are going to be doing Filipino pancit. These are two major staples in the Filipino culture. The chicken adobo is very common in potlucks, but I'm going to show you guys how to make it healthy. And not only am I going to show you to make it healthy, I'm going to make it for myself. I'm a macro type 2, and my mom, she's a macro type 4, not quite macro type 5. So one is going to be lower in fat and another one's going to be higher in fat. So you'll see that. And then we're going to get into pancit.
Yes.
If you know anyone who's Filipino, or if you are Filipino, you know we love our pancit. And pancit is so high in carbs. Pancit is, it's kind of like a Filipino lo mein, or like a pad thai, or like, you know, Singapore noodles. It's kind of got that vibe, but it's got our own unique flavor and twist. They typically use rice noodles. Now, rice noodles are so high in carbohydrates. One serving is 90 grams, which is 3 ounces. It's 73 grams of carbs in one serving. And the thing is, you guys, 3 ounces, that's not a lot. Like, we can eat, I could eat way more than 3 ounces.
Me too.
Yes. So we're gonna show you guys how to make this substantially healthier and a really awesome recipe. So let's get into it.
All right, so this Filipino chicken adobo recipe can also be found in my book, but we're going to be starting off with 4 cups of water, bringing that to a boil. We're going to be adding vinegar. In this case, we're using apple cider vinegar. You can use distilled vinegar. We're adding ½ cup of soy sauce. You can substitute for coconut aminos. We used 6 cloves of chopped garlic, and we're adding 6 chicken thighs to the batch, bringing it to a full boil. We also added bay leaves as well. Now, once that comes to a full boil, we let it simmer for about 45 minutes or so. And I separated out 3 of the chicken thighs. Now, the 3 chicken thighs I set aside, it's done at that point, and that's the meal prep for macro type 2. No further cooking is necessary. So I've prepped it out with rice and spinach. I'm seasoning it with some black pepper, and I'm adding like 2 tablespoons of the sauce onto the chicken because it just tastes so dang good. Now, what I'm doing here, this is for a lower carb version of this. Instead of rice, I'm making some rice, the cauliflower, in the food processor, doing it very coarsely. Taking 2 tablespoons of olive oil, dropping that into the pan with garlic. Now, what I did was I took the chicken and I am adding it to the olive oil, garlic, saute, and I'm continuing to reduce the sauce, if that makes sense. So by allowing that to boil and allowing the steam to come off. So this is the higher fat version of chicken adobo. So I added that, adding the spinach, cooking that down. And this smells so fragrant, so delicious. And I'm taking the rice cauliflower, adding that. Now, as soon as I add that and I start like stir frying it, as you can see here, I removed it from the heat pretty quickly just so it doesn't get soggy. And that makes 3 portions. Again, it's kind of 1 chicken thigh per, if that makes sense. And I'm adding the sauce. So you can see here the difference between the higher carb approach to chicken adobo and the lower carb approach. So this right now is the pancit recipe. Again, we're starting with olive oil, garlic. We chopped boneless, skinless chicken thighs, adding carrots. Now we added Brussels sprouts, but you can do cabbage, and we're just doing that at a stir fry. Now this miracle noodle stuff that we found is absolutely phenomenal. 1 serving is 1 net carb. You guys, I lost my mind and I was like, this has to be too good to be true, but it actually isn't. It comes in these packets, you have to drain it, and what we did was add those noodles. But once we add the noodles, you guys, we already turned the heat off just because we don't want it to get soggy. We put this in a huge bowl just to really get those noodles like distributed well.
All right, guys, so we did our first try at low carb pancit, and we're gonna do a genuine on-camera taste test. We wanted to taste it so bad, but we waited, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so let's go in. This is a genuine reaction. I am so curious about these noodles.
Me too.
That's really good. Wow.
It's good.
Especially considering, you guys, so
It's a little different, of course, from the original pancit, but this is great substitute.
yeah, so this is like a regular rice noodles, as anyone who's Filipino knows. Like the serving size is literally 90 grams, right? A 90-gram serving size of regular pancit noodles. So 90-gram serving size is 73 carbohydrates. And you know that when you're eating regular pancit, you can eat and eat and eat and eat.
That's right.
This stuff, this miracle noodle spaghetti style, you guys, 1 serving is 1 carb. I've never heard of such a thing ever. I'm gonna put the macros for the full recipe.
It really is a miracle.
Like, and this is not sponsored. We found this because we wanted to make some pancit. And we can garnish this with like lemon, some salt, pepper, hot sauce.
Yep,
What else
that's
would
it.
you put on it?
Maybe a little bit of fish sauce.
Fish sauce,
Filipino
yeah,
way.
is a very big Filipino garnish
Just a
seasoning
little bit.
condiment. But overall, I would definitely make this again. Definitely include this in the meal prep. So enjoy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this meal prep. If you really liked seeing this Filipino inspired cuisine, if you want to see more recipes, if you want to see more of my mom, whatever you guys want to see, please let me know. Please comment below, but please use these recipes, try them out for yourself. They are delicious, they are amazing, and it's really nice to experience other cultures, other cuisines, and I thought you guys would really like this as I give a nod to my culture and my upbringing. So love you guys, see you in the next one. Bye now.